Madam President, and dear colleagues. I would like to draw your attention on the ongoing conflict and inadmissible human rights violations in Turkey's southeastern districts and provinces, which is mostly inhabited by Kurdish people. In these districts and provinces, a new wave of violence has erupted after the suspension of peace talks between the PKK leader Öcalan and the Turkish government, which was particularly advised by the Council of Europe Parliamentary Assembly during its 2013 discussion on Turkey's progress report. Since then, violence spreads all over Turkey's Kurdish towns and provinces. Hundreds of civilians have already lost their lives. Their numbers have already reached around 150. According to Turkish Armed Forces figures released, the total number of terrorists in converted commas are around 450, but never ever Turkish government admits of the existence of civilian losses. I would like to call on the Assembly to keep an eye on what's going on in Turkey. Actually, the Western world, including the United States and the European countries, have turned a blind eye of what's going on in Turkey in return of very simple material gains. That is to use the Incirlik air base, that is to keep Turkey as a block on the influx of refugees in Europe. The atrocities and violation of human rights is just turned on a blind eye. I would like to call the Assembly to start observing what's going on in Turkey very closely. Actually, this is the duty of the Assembly because already 3 decisions, interim measures given by the European Court of Human Rights on providing medical aid to the wounded civilians in the besieged town of Cizre have turned down by the Turkish government. And at least 3 people have lost their lives bleeding, waiting ambulances in the midst of mud and snow. So we can't watch this tragedy going on. At least the Assembly has to call the Council of Ministers to intervene in the process and to see to the Turkish government obey the orders of the Human Rights Court in order to provide shelter, aid, and stop the breach of human rights violations in Turkey. Thank you.